What is smoking, Canna family out there in YouTube land, and welcome to my garden. Today, Canna family, I want to show you guys, and you guys can come on a tour with us through my garden specifically, and later on in this video, Harry Cola will be showing you his grow setup, so you can go with him in his garden and go check out what he's going and got going on. But until then, come with me, Canna family. And if you look behind me, Canna family, you will see what I call the germination station. Now, I'll go over it because there is quite a bit of equipment I bought and just intricately put together, but you can get it too as well. So let's start off with the top light. The top light is a T8. It's a tube bulb. It's for vegetative cycles, so it's great for seedlings, clones, and starting your plants in. This is called what is called a propagator. It is usually used for seed germination, or you can use it for clones. It's great for clones, and it's excellent to start your plants and get them to about right here, then transition them into your tent if you choose to do that. Now, next I got a humidifier. It's a pet humidifier. You can find them at PetSmart usually, and I got a ZoomEd probe temperature so I can tell the inside. That log piece you see right in there just covers this, so I usually leave it on there because it looks cool. So I also got a seedling mat underneath here, and it plugs into my wall and my outlet. As you can see right here, I have several outlets that are available for my germination station here before you. And this seedling mat keeps this all about 80 degrees, which is great for germination, clones, things of that nature. So I also got the bud shredder. As you guys have seen, this cuts buds and makes them get a basically dispensary quality cut to it. It's awesome. It's great for time saving. If you're like me and Harry Cola and you grow at home for either medical purposes, content purposes, whatever the case may be, or just for personal use or making of concentrates, edibles, this is great. It'll cut your trim jail, growers like to call it, in half. So I highly recommend getting a trim bowl. This is a 2-foot wide one. It's the larger models. Also got solo cups in case I want to do any solo cup grows in the future. I got a huge regimen of nutrients, molasses, cow mags, pH ups, down, Fox Farm nutrients, honey, all those things for growing my cannabis. And like I said, I got the trimmer and the germination station. So this is just one little area I set up for germination, clones, growing vegetatively until I'd like to transfer into my tent. But this is one section of my giant, what is I like to call a lung room. And this is where fresh air pours in and your tent receives it. I'm going to explain a little more on that coming up next. And in my lung room as well, I also have a dehumidifier for the entire room, which controls a lot of the outpour of humidity within my tent. And it covers 1,800 square feet, and I got it in this lung room that is definitely not 1,800 square feet, Canna family. I forgot to tell you that last time. But real quick, as you can see, I got my Fox Farm. This is the type of soil that I use, as you can see. And I got some Epsom salt just in case I need to do a magnesium foliar spray and I may have just fed and I want to play it safe. I got my RO water, which you'll see what that's for, but I have to have it for grows and to run certain devices. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, another cool thing up here, as you can see, you're probably wondering what this is. Well, let me show you, Canna family. Boom. This is an AC Infinity dry rack. And this is amazing because if you grow multiple strands, it has multiple sections. Now, this is a 6. They sell 2, they sell 4, they sell 6, and they sell 8. I was going to get an 8, but I feared it would touch the floor, and I definitely don't want my buds sitting on the floor, even though the floor of my grow room gets swept at least once a week, if not more, depending on what I'm doing in here. So I keep it relatively extremely clean in here. And but these are wonderful for drying and curing, and as long as you set your dehumidifier in your lung room at the right temperature so your buds don't dry out too quick and they're not too wet at the same time, you'll get an excellent cure with something like this, Canna Family, every time. And then I just fold it all the way up. As you can see, I'll show you guys, it folds all the way up, and you just put clamps on it. I do just a couple clips, and it holds it up there so it's out of the way, unless it just hangs down like this, which is fine too. But what we're going to do now that that little part of the room, it's a little boring, but that is my Fox Farm soil, my RO water, AC Infinity dry rack with 6 different sections, and just Epsom salt and a little shop vac to control water. Like when I feed, I suck up all the water and go and empty the shop vac into the bathroom next to me. So that's really helpful. I just dump it down the toilet, all the newts go down the shitter, and there you go, Canna Family. Now we're going to get into the main heart of this grow room and this grow tour coming up next. Now behind me you got what I like to call the Rolls Royce of grow tents, and why I say that is because AC Infinity made lab equipment and then got into growing, and they applicate that to their growing equipment, so it is just spot on. But you got none other than the AC Infinity Cloud Labs tent. Now there is a whole lot going on to this particular tent, and let me explain it. Just by the outside, it is a 5x5, 6x8. So I'm 6'2", ladies and gentlemen. This is 6'8", as you can see, is way taller than me. So anyway, we have one side of it that can be closed off, which would make this area a 4x4. And then you have a shelving unit in here too, and I'll explain all that, but let's get to what's on the outside. First, you got the AC Infinity Pro 69 panel, and it shows you your VPD, your temperature, your humidity, and you can control it via these buttons right here, or you can control it on an external phone with an app, and I do have the app, Canna Family, because it is easier to control it from the app than what it is from these buttons. We made a video telling you all about the Pro 69 panel, so if you want to go check that out on the channel. Now moving right along, we have got the ThermaForge. This is a garden heater, and it is excellent. It has multiple functions, settings on it, and you set it to whatever heat you want it. It'll kick off automatically, and it only uses about 500 watts if it's on number 10. If it's on number 1, it uses way less wattage, so it's energy efficient. It sets and spikes if you're trying to battle or trying to chase that VPD, Canna Family. So it really helps. Now getting into the heart of the tent. Let's go ahead and open her up, Canna Family. You have got the inside of the grow tent, Canna Fam. Now, as you can see, I have got a CO2 meter in here. My CO2 level is at 1,395, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and set that CO2 meter back in there. And as you can see, I have the square AC Infinity 5-gallon pots. This is how I water my plants, through here obviously, and then I would put the sweeper hose that you see in the shop vac in here, suck up all the water so it don't spill out into my tent floor, and then I would go empty it simply. Now I have my SD44 light up here. It is an AC Infinity. Everything I show you is AC Infinity. That way I just don't have to keep saying it. And I bought and purchased all this. We are not endorsed by AC Infinity or promoted by them, but we love their equipment. Now, This is the SD44. It's a 430 watt light. Uh, I use the square because they're a little thinner and you can fit a little more than the rounder ones. That's why. But these are all 5-gallon pots. I only grow in 5-gallon and up. I never usually grow in anything less. I also got my T7 humidifier. It's my T7 humidifier. It comes with a hose. You can put it inside or outside your tent, Canna family. And it is great to you really lock in that VPD in your grow space and control humidity and temperature by using the Thermoforge and the CloudForge T7, Canna family. We also have two AC Infinity 360 rotary fans. They can be set and controlled as well with the tent. Everything in here is automated. You control it either with your phone, the lights, the fans, the CloudForge, the Thermoforge, the light, everything, like I said. So I also keep these on high. Usually I have two of them. They're about $50 a piece roughly. They're really nice fans. And then I got the intake outtake by AC Infinity with the carbon filter. These run around $160. They're not bad, Canna family, honestly. They're pretty good. Especially on energy, my electric bill really ain't high. If you guys are wondering, it really isn't with all this running and all these wires. I know it looks like wired spaghetti in here, Canna family. I do apologize. I have to put up some of my wires, but right now my girls are flowering and I don't want to disrupt them. Let them do their thing and acclimate to their environment. I got the Thermoforge right over there, and it is pulled in, and you can see the black piping. And I also run a circuit breaker like type of device in case there's storms and a breaker or transformer explodes. It's always good to have all this expensive equipment plugged into something like that so it is not destroyed in case of a power outage. So, this is how I got my tent set up, Canna family. I know a lot of you guys asked in the comments section, but I used the AC Infinity again, 5-gallon pots that are square, just to add more space. I use the CloudForge T7. I use the SD44 light that's 430 watts, and it's only on low. It does get a lot brighter. It's just, I haven't acclimated my girls to it yet. I use two of the 360 rotary AC Infinity fans. I use the AC Infinity carbon filter outtake. Now the outtake does go, Canna family. Hold on. Zip that back up. The outtake does go out here. So all that excess CO2, Canna family, and all that excess humidity and heat and all that is pushed out of my room. Now, if you're wondering, I also got air conditioning. So I control by a digital thermometer like you have on your wall. You can just turn your heat up in your apartment central air, or in your house down or up or cold or hot. That's what I have right there. So essentially I control the temperature in my lung room, whether my window's open or whether it is closed. And this allows great CO2. On top, the supplemented CO2 that is in there, there's a jug of sugar and yeast, and it just gives that supplemental CO2. If you pay attention to your autoflowers, you can see them every day. You'll know when to feed them again when you're using CO2 because they'll use up those nutrients, and it really kicks that cycle up quicker. So if you learn to work with even organic CO2, it will greatly help you with your grows. So that is my grow, Canna family, from the germination station to the equipment. And of course, over here in this desk is a little boring, but I got jars, I got temp thermometers, hydrometers, I got all sorts of growing equipment, trimmers, hand trimmers. I got genetics and different seedlings. I got a whole box of different genetics and different companies, but I want that to be a surprise for you guys. So every time we grow something, you're like, oh, I never knew that, instead of just expecting it. That way, you guys are looking more forward to our upcoming grows. But I think that's all about what it is right in here. This is my garden. This is what I've created so far and thus far. Of course, I do plan to improve it, Canna Family. And this is what I've done. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments section below.
What is up, Canna Family? It's Harry Cola, and welcome to what I call my living lung room. So I'll talk about the equipment that I have that you can see just in here. What I have set up in here is actually 3 HVAC fans. There's one that runs all the way up there, all the way up there. There's a fan and a window to allow airflow coming into my tent. And then outside of my tent, there's another fan there. And that one is there for an outtake on that bigger tent as well. So that has an intake and an outtake. Where this smaller tent here, the outtake is on top of that light. And it doesn't have an intake, I just have the flap open. But that is a smaller tent, and its environment can be changed really quickly and very easily. So I don't think it's necessary for that one to have the intake, but I think if I had maybe a smaller outtake and a smaller intake, that might actually be better for this one. But it's working fine for now, so I'm not messing with it. But I'll go ahead and flip the camera frame around and show you guys what it looks like on the other side. And the best place to start here would be the 2x2 by 3 foot tent from AC Infinity. As you can see on top here, I just got some of your basic growing stuff, tie wires, ties, clippers and trimmers and things for moving water, spray bottles. So just your basic stuff for growing. Then come on down here. Got the AC Infinity circular fan in there. And I wasn't able to get my hands on an AC Infinity light, but I did get this Smart Farm light. It's a 1-plant LED grow light. It has both veg and bloom spectrums. Figured that would work fine for an autoflower. And of course, this tent has one more tube coming in it, and that is the Cloud Forge from AC Infinity. And that's pretty much all that's running in this little tent. I have to move some stuff around, and then I can show you the bigger tent. And this is a 2x4 by 6 foot tent from AC Infinity. And the way that I have this tent set up is I have this tube on the inside here, sucking the air out as I showed you earlier. That's my outtake. And again, my intake comes from upstairs and comes in through there, so I do have air coming from the outside into this tent. So there's 2 HVACs in this tent, plus it has its own Cloud Forge, a circular fan, side lighting, and 2 of the 1x1 plant lights from AC Infinity. One day I would love to be able to upgrade to the full panel, and then I can use these somewhere else for growing some more plants. But I believe that is the entire setup for the 2x4x6 tent from AC Infinity. And this one's a purist tent. It has only AC Infinity equipment in it. And let's see, what else do I got in here? Oh, and just your basic stuff. You know, cow mags and silicas and humic acids, and neem oils, which is what I use for my irrigated pest management weekly. I go in there once a week, which will be either today or tomorrow. It'll be about time to go in there and try to keep the bugs out. Just basic feeding stuff and some wires. You got your bio root and soil acidifier if needed, Epsom salt. It's nice to have those things on hand just in case something happens and it ends up being really useful. But that is my grow area. This is my living lung room. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, check out the shorts. We drop them every day between me and Dustin. Sometimes we talk. Sometimes it's just music, but we try to drop shorts every single day for you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And as always, I'm your host, Dustin, from Two Buds in a Jar, and I'm burning out. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, got my neck and wrist frosty. All day, all night too. Need a beat to write to. Knock 'em out like Mike do. MVP like Michael. Money stacking, it's loaded up. Parks looking all swollen up. New Lambo, I'm rolling up. No stopping, no slowing up. I went hard, that cash came. Got a new big ass chain. Take what I want, no ass game. Live it up in that fast lane. Do this shit for my people. Get that money, all we know. Money never finito. Keep on boosting my ego. Steph Curry with the free throw. When I turn my swag on, this shit should be illegal. Stepping out the whip, I'm looking sharper than the needle. And all them bitches on me keep on swelling up my ego. I spit fire in the boot when I'm higher than Mariah off that goose. Punchlines hitting hard and chipping toots. Baseline kicking harder than some steel toe boots. Stacking bitches in the backseat of the 4-door coupe. You know them haters who mean shit to me. You gotta be kidding me. Ain't nobody stopping me from securing this victory. And I ain't stopping till the shit I'm dropping making history. And every time they talking about somebody got my neck and wrist frosty. Don't know what it cost me. I've been on the grind, nigga, get these haters off me. I've been on the grind, that's why niggas so saucy. I've been on the grind, that's why niggas so bossy. Neck and wrist frosty. Don't know what it cost me. I've been on the grind, nigga, get these haters off me.
Welcome to Bo's Chicken. Let me take your order now.